here, Mariana Espinosa, and thank you for agreeing to be interviewed.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So we're bringing Mariana Espinosa to Oren right now, so she can talk about something that's very important in people's lives, which is transitions. Um, she moved from Florida to New York to live by herself, and she's only how old?
20.
So she's 20 years old, and I don't know about you, but when I was 20, I never even thought about moving from my parents' house, and especially to a city like New York, which is crazy big. So um, I would like to start by asking you, what was your experience like, and what was the hardest parts of, moving to a city this big by yourself?
Um, well, I think the hardest part was being apart from like people that you love. I actually moved in with my boyfriend at the time, so that helped a lot because it wasn't like me going to a place that I didn't know completely. It was like having somebody there, but it definitely was hard, like being apart from my family and
Mm,
like everybody that I knew was in Florida, and especially like a place like New York is like there's so much going on, but at the same time it's like people there are kind of like in their own thing, so it's kind of
mm,
hard to get to know people right away.
okay.
And I also didn't start school right away, so it was like I was just working and going back to the apartment, so it was like this routine like that also doesn't help too much.
So you didn't have a routine at first. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I had a routine, but it was just work
Work.
and going home, so it wasn't really um, something that made me too happy. Once I started school, like everything changed. But
Okay.
mhm.
So basically, start like having a routine that you enjoy is something that made a difference. So when you start at school, you start having more fun, or enjoying more your life over there.
Right, I would definitely recommend if you move into a place that you don't really know anybody there or you don't really have much to do, to definitely like look for classes or something that interests you and like meet people with the same interests that way. Like for example, maybe start taking like dance classes or theater classes that are
Mm,
like things that might not be in your comfort zone, but it's something that you're learning to do, and at the same time you're meeting people.
yeah.
Make a routine with things that you enjoy, and also uh, look up YouTube videos, look up
Mm,
on the internet like things to do in New York. Like there's so many things. Become a member of like MoMA or go to the Met. Like there's so much. So it's just like about doing all those touristy stuff, but also finding things that you enjoy in the place.
yeah. Um, and what would you say would be the thing that you recommend people to do prior to moving into a city?
Definitely try to look into places. Well, obviously if you don't know anybody and you can't stay with anybody, you have to find a place where you can live first. So make
Okay.
a list of apartments. What I did was like literally like look up used all these different websites like oh, I don't have them right now, but maybe I can tell you later and you can like write them down or something. But like look for apartments in different places, make a list, call the people, and schedule for like seeing all these apartments on one day.
Okay.
Something else you can do is like maybe if you want to find a job right away, you could. There's so many like open spots like through like those bigger companies that you can just apply online, so you can do it even if you're not living there already.
Okay.
And maybe even there's some websites where you can meet people that like letting them know like, hey, I'm moving to New York, and like there's so many like different websites that lets you meet new people. Sometimes I was like kind of scared about that, but I feel like New York is like so many people use those things that it's like
Yeah.
easy to find like-minded people.
So what I'm seeing is that you have to take care of your housing,
Hmm.
job, and social. Those
Right.
are the main three aspects. If you can take care of like right from when you get there, you're good, right?
And it's important because it keeps your life moving.
And I heard at some point you had like a moment where you were really frustrated or stressed or depressed,
Hmm.
right? that was like in the first few months of your
Yes,
stay there?
yeah, definitely, because I didn't really know a lot of people except my boyfriend at the time. So it was
Mm,
like, even if he was enough in a way, it was like also like kind of challenging, just like being by yourself when he was going to school or something like that. Like, so definitely like try to make up a routine like since the moment you
yeah.
get there, but not a routine that's like make sure you do things that are new to you, you know, because if
Mm.
not you'll just get stuck there and it won't be a nice experience.
Well, thank you so much for joining us at Oren right now.
Thank you.
And how? So, what is it that you do right now that people can learn more about you?
I'm actually gonna start doing YouTube videos again about
Okay.
actually talking about things like this, like trying to provide insight into my own experiences and hopefully help other people through them.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's really amazing. When she speaks, she can leave you with a great message.
Thank
So I recommend you go out and check her out. I'll leave her link below, and maybe you come back another time.
you. Maybe I will. Thank you.
Thank you.